Yes, Apostle Milligan.
Yeah.
Here today.
I'm great, Rockefeller. Good to be with you again. I am here to tell Akwa Ibom people that we are here to represent our brethren, our siblings taken from the shore of this country about 419 years ago. They want to go back to their roots.
Are you talking about slavery? Are they taking away the days of slavery?
Yeah. First of all, I want to introduce His Royal Majesty, the first king and the father of all the returnees. He is the person of His Royal Majesty, King Herbert Calvin Hartman, the queen and the mother of the black returnees.
Evangelist Henija Gruniski Hartman.
The next person is Comrade Reverend I. Daniel.
Yeah, it's beautiful to be here in Africa. Now, what I want to say, I don't want you to misconstrue our intention in coming to Africa. Coming to Africa, I don't feel like a stranger here. I feel like I belong here. The major reason why we are looking at Africa right now, it's the time of waking up the spirit of the blacks of America. Let me say this first. For 418 years, the white man tried to remind us who we really are, so we would have lost in our destiny here in this world. They told us that we are black African American. So we are black came first, then the African American. So we know we are black African Americans. Now there is a problem, and there's a global problem. We have war all over the world, and nobody can fix it. And I feel that the only people can fix the war, the global war that we're having, all these sporadic wars all over the different countries all over the planet, it's Africans, because we are the people who are given the Adamic law to take dominion over all things. So we are the custodian of humanity. Since we are the custodian of humanity, we have to now take our responsibility. Now the black in America, when you tell some people about Nigeria, they don't know Nigeria. They don't know Ghana. They don't know Congo. They don't know anywhere in Africa, most of them. Most of the enlightened people, yes, they know Africa. But the normal man, you know, when you tell them about Africa, only now because of the internet and so forth, they have a little glimpse of Africa. We want to raise that awareness and see Nigeria. Nigeria is ready now, it's the heartbeat of Africa. Nigeria is Africa. If you would agree with me, Nigeria is Africa. And we want to put Nigeria at the center where it belongs. So we want to develop Nigeria. This is the intention, to develop Nigeria and make it a central hub for blacks not only in Africa, but blacks all over the world. And if we rise up Nigeria, then we would be seen in America in a different setting. We would not be seen as this type of poor race of slavery, because even when we come to Africa, that's what you see us as, the people who went into slavery. And again, I would like to say that our slavery was divine. After 418 years, if you look at 1 King, I think 1 King 6:1, you would find that after 418 years, Solomon restored Israel. So after 418 years, here I am, as an ambassador, come back to Africa to restore the dignity of Africans all over the world. And that's why we are here in Africa. I mean, you talk about corruption here, and that's why I'm saying make your country your home. That's our team, that's our logo, make your country your home. Now, in America, where I am from, I'm from Canada. And Canada is respected as one of the greatest countries on the face of the earth. I think you should know that.
I should know.
Yes. Now, why it's the greatest country? There is no country in the world without corruption. No country in the world without corruption. Corruption was before Jesus Christ. So corruption is there all the time. The problem that you have in Africa and the problem that we have in America is that corruption is in America, but you can't see corruption, and corruption is in Africa, and you can see corruption in Africa. Why is that?
Well, Make Your Country Your Home is a program aimed at promoting Africans from leaving the shores of Africa. Because presently, when you look at what is going on the Mediterranean Sea, in the Sahara Desert, you see that a lot of Africans are being killed. I mean, they're drowned, in the sea. So this program is aimed at promoting and encouraging our brothers and sisters to stay here in Africa to help in developing it. So how do we do that? His Royal Majesty is trying to encourage our black brothers and sisters in the Americas to come in to help build Africa, starting from Nigeria, to be able to help our brothers here in Africa. So that is why I'm presently with him to promote the cause.
All right. So how do you intend to go about it? Because, for instance, I'm getting to see you for the first time. I'm getting to hear about this for the first time. How do you intend to go about it? Because if you get into the villages now and tell somebody I'm an African, I'm trying to see how I can develop your structure, how I can do something for the betterment of you. There's going to be some dispute and people are not going to give you the free hand to do that. So how do you intend to let the villagers know who you are?
Well, in Nigeria, we know that Nigeria has a problem with electricity. And we know that most of the current affairs that goes on television, most of them are not privy to such information. So we of Hartman'S Global Rescue Mission, with the campaign of Make Your Country Your Home, is trying to create the awareness, from every region. So that is why we don't only have in Akwa Ibom state, we also have in different states. We have working teams in different states that will help to propagate this news. You see people go into villages and pick up young girls, boys, deceive them. They want to take them out to go and give them jobs. By the long run, they end up using them as slaves and other stuff as well. So this is to create the awareness, to enlighten them so they can stay home to develop their home.
Great. Okay, maybe I have to go back to Apostle Gideon so that he can tell me. I think Apostle Gideon is an African.
Yeah.
He's an African, not African American, not African Canadian, not African British.
Yeah, right, Rockefeller.
He's going to tell us exactly how he's going to come into my father's land and tell me that I have some African brothers, some African American brothers I've never seen before, who are coming to share my father's land with me.
Okay, before now, we've been trying to reach out to some of the royal fathers, village heads, community leaders, and the rest of others, to make them understand that this is what is going on. And our siblings coming back home to develop here, they are not coming here to suppress, they are not coming here to steal, they are coming here legitimately. All they need from us is to accept them as their siblings. They have passion to come back home. They want to make Africa their home, Nigeria in particular. So we'll be talking with some of them, and presently we have a date with them tomorrow. The royal fathers, they will be meeting tomorrow, all of them here in New York, and His Royal Majesty will be talking to them. Some of them have been talking about land. Yes, we need land, we need places. We want them to come and make another Dubai here, and they are ready. They are all professionals. In the health sector, we have professionals. In other sectors, you just name them, automobile assembly and all those things. They are all dead, and they are coming by the grace of God.
Yeah, let me give you the final word. We want to prepare Nigeria as a destination center, a place that we can call home, and we will do that if we have the evidence that you really want peace, you really want development, you really want us back home. If you can show that you want that, then we'll be able to establish that type of relationship, and only then we can return back to Africa.
Okay, Apostle Gideon?
Yeah, tomorrow His Royal Highness will be meeting with everybody at Christian Fellowship of Nigeria, IBB, by 10 a.m. If you want to speak with His Royal Majesty, you have some questions, or probably you have a place in your village, you want them to come and establish their enterprises, their companies as they are coming in, you need to be there tomorrow by 10 a.m. Thank you.
I can promise you I'm going to discuss this with my paramount ruler. I think there's going to be a plot of land or acres of land to
thank
do
you.
Whatever you want to do. Let me thank you from the bottom of my heart for having dropped by. I'm looking forward to seeing you sometime very soon again. Thank you for coming around. And remember, don't look down on the person except you're ready to pick the person up. Let's see you some other time.